Biden has announced he's gonna be picking for the SCOTUS, and what do you know? Lindsey Graham not happy about Biden's SCOTUS pick. He immediately tweeted, if media reports are accurate and Judge Jackson has been chosen as the Supreme Court nominee to replace Justice Breyer, it means the radical left has won President Biden over yet again. The attacks by the capital L left on Judge Childs from South Carolina apparently worked. I expect a respectful but interesting hearing in the Senate Judiciary Committee. The Harvard-Yale train to the Supreme Court continues to run unabated. So, a couple things that are interesting there. He is not going to allow people from Harvard or Yale, other than Gorsuch and Kavanaugh, who he enthusiastically not only voted for, but defended, who are from there. And I get wanting diversity, obviously, in terms of education, sure. Many people have pointed out that it is hilarious to set these standards where people of color, especially women of color, are expected to do literally everything in a massive checklist of getting it all right to have any chance of being accepted by the right. And then when they finally do that, that itself is used as a reason to disqualify them. That is just, that's pretty amazing, Lindsey Graham. I do like that. But also, she is the choice because of the radical left. She's a commie. But he voted for her 256 days ago. Like he was like, yeah, no, she could be a judge. Not the Supreme Court though, Brett.
They're so stupid. It's so lazy. It's like, I love this argument that yeah, they said if Biden picks a black woman, it means he's not picking the most qualified person.
Yeah.
And then his argument is that she went to these really great institutions, not to mention that she clerked for a Supreme Court justice for years and years. No, not that has the resume he would exact. If I was like, please lay out what you think a qualified person is, she would fulfill every little bit of it. Mm-hmm. But the contention, like they just pick something to say that they think vaguely resonates because they're disciplined with their messaging campaign. And at the time, it was that and it continues to be that the left is racist against white people. So anything that doesn't similarly lick the grundle of every white, which is, by the way, like a little like darker brown for those of you not familiar, then it is an assault on the white race as it stands because they're such snowflakes. They're so scared that every little bit of inconvenience is wildly oppressive to them. Mm-hmm. And they don't care that it doesn't hold together. And that the next minute, when it's no longer convenient for them to say something of that kind, they'll say something completely contradictory and hope that you don't realize they're a hungry hypocrite.
Okay, let's go with hungry hypocrite rather than Grundle Talk. Grundle Talk with Brett Ehrlich coming to Spotify. Anyway, really fast to finalize this. Not only is like Brett said, it's lazy. They have to do this. So Graham has to be frustrated with her when she's incredibly mainstream, obviously massively qualified. As Brett again would say, you doink. Anyway, Mitch McConnell, who, look, for all that I disagree with him, let's at least admit that the way that he has approached the Supreme Court historically has been with a great deal of reverence for tradition and fair play. He said, the Senate must conduct a rigorous, exhaustive review of Judge Jackson's nomination as befits a lifetime appointment to our highest court. I also understand Judge Jackson was the favored choice of far-left dark money groups that have spent years attacking the legitimacy and structure of the court itself, and how dare they do that? That's my thing. I do think he has chosen well to minimize how insane and protracted the confirmation hearing will be, but he can only choose as carefully as he can. That does not mean that they're not going to try to drag this out. And it's entirely possible that within a month she's gonna be being photoshopped into a group of Antifa super soldiers on Fox News. So just get ready for that, by the way. But anyway, good choice by Biden, could have been much worse. The fact that Clyburn won't like it and Manchin won't like it should be all that you need to know. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.